Hey, hey, hey there, my Belle Collective fans. This your girl Barbie J here with season 2, episode 2. Got a meeting in the men's room. I'm gonna have to change it to that song. There's a meeting in the ladies' room. Doom, doom. See you there real soon. I don't know how it goes. I forgot the rhythm of it. But there was a song about a meeting in the ladies' room. But this one is a meeting in the men's room. And I tell you something, boy, things don't change that darn Marie. She is who she is. She can't help it. It's terrible. And sometimes when you have friends like that, people like Letitia, they need to learn how to let it go or just explain to them, I don't want no drama, so you not invited. Say the drama for your mama, all that stuff. Got to be said sometimes to your friends. But anyway, let's get started with this recap. So, of course, the episode starts off with the way it ended with Letitia getting on Glenn's case, Glenn, her husband, about his infidelity and how she's not going to stand for it anymore because she deserves better and ain't settling for less. And I said, I hear you. You know, she said, she really, I'm telling you, she really put her foot down and she wanted to know if that outside baby was his or not. But he didn't really say. He said it wasn't or didn't know or whatever. But she doesn't know what to believe because every time she talks to him, he lies a lot. And meanwhile, Glenn knows he done messed up and he wants her back. Talking about he wants his wife, his friend, his confidant, his lover, whatever, to come back home, saying he loves her and that his son grew up without a father. No, that he grew up without a father. I'm sorry. And he didn't want that for his son. So they did a little bit more talking. They shook hands. That's all she would do to him. And they parted ways. He left. Then we have Latrice, who she chatting with her goddess Limps store manager about, the heat and the hot and the water leaking that needed to be fixed. And he's like, well, the guy didn't come or whoever it was. So she calls her husband Zaddy. She always calls him Zaddy, but his name is Cliff because she feels he knows how to fix everything in the world. He can fix everything. If the sky was broken, he could even fix the sky. I'm sitting there going, oh, Lord, please stop, girl. Stop it. He comes there, so he arrives with this little wrench and he does 2 little turns on a nut. Tell me, oh, you got a new nut under it. I said, Lord, I was like, this too much for me right now. He did that. I could have did that. Shoot, my grandchild could have did that. Don't make no sense. So then she and Cliff, they sit down and they talking about where she should move her store, which is considered to be right now in the hood. She feels it's her community and those are the people who embraced her and made her the person she is today. So Cliff wants her to be in an area outside of the hood, so she could grow her business. But then they discuss whether she should attend Letitia's brunch because she knows Marie's going to be there. And he said, yeah, you should go. And maybe, Marie will behave and act ladylike. And Latrice is like, I doubt it seriously. And stated that this time she ain't taking no mess from Marie. And that Zaddy better have some bail money to get her out of jail. I said, oh, she is serious. And then next we have Marie and Letitia. They meeting up and Marie comes in with this weave or wig looking, this white weave or wig looking like George Washington or one of the founding fathers or something. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to see it. I was like, what is that on top of her head? Now, that's a weak finger wave because that one was fluffy. She had other nice haircuts in the episode, but this one had to go, baby. It had to go. I was like, oh my God, it looked like big cotton puffs on top of her head. I'm sorry. Y'all forgive me. Oh, Jesus, wait a minute. Oh, Lord. Anyways, they sit down and catch up about what's been going on in both of their lives, and the topic of Letitia's marriage problems comes up. And of course, Marie can relate and sympathize because her husband Cedric cheated on her for many years, so she gave a little bit of advice and let it go. Letitia feels that she has outgrown Glenn, And remember, y'all, they've been together since high school, so maybe she has. Then Tamra Cherie shows up with Akeisha Hollywood Cologne. That's her full name, whom Tambra stated in her confessional that Akeisha can be very blunt and a little shady. I said, that was a clue, because she sure was shady this whole episode. And she also, she said Akeisha also wants to empower the community and put a business on Farish Street. Anyway, so Akeisha, let me tell you about Akeisha's husband, and his name is Willie Colon, who he from the boogie down Bronx, out here in New York where I am. I used to live in the boogie down Bronx, and he had 10 seasons of professional football in the NFL. I guess that was in New Jersey, because she says that's where they were living. But she says she's the real queen of Jackson, Mississippi, and says she is Jackson royalty, and her legacy goes back the furthest, and her family is well known and respected in Jackson. I said, okay, girl, you get some snaps in a circle. So she owns land and a standing building on Farish Street. And she said if she can't bring it back, no one can. I said, oh boy, here we go, y'all. Here we go now. Because we know how much trouble Letitia had trying to get things done. So anyway, Tambra does the introductions, and Akeisha states that she states they were living in New Jersey, right? And her husband wanted to do a restaurant, which they did a beer barn or something, she said, in the Bronx. And then she wanted to take that same thing to her hometown of Jackson, she said. I said, okay, girl. Alrighty. That's nice. I wonder where it is in the Bronx. I'd like to go visit it. Anyhow, so she was doing a lot of talking about herself. And then she asked Marie, she finally asked somebody else what she did. And Marie started to explain. But no matter what Marie or any of those other women said, Akeisha knew someone who did that, or was involved with that, or perfected that, or whatever, etc. And she was basically trying to, what it seemed to me, one up everyone. And as Marie stated in her confessional, working hard to validate herself, and Letitia should be very careful before going into business with Akeisha. I said, oh, no, she didn't. Then next we see Marie with her mother Lulu, who's been staying with her for, they said, 3 months now. And her mother is a drug addict. Of course, we all know that. And Marie was raised by her father. So they are now trying to build a relationship. Her mother's issue is what inspired her to add the substance abuse part to her mental health agency. So they were discussing Lulu's relapse while living with Marie, and she admits that she is addicted to drugs. The mother admits it. So I guess it's really a challenge for Marie. So Marie got a lot of stuff on her plate. She got her mama living with her with their drugs. She got the kids, her son's kids. And then one of them, the mother died. So now they have the baby all the time. And it's just a lot she got going on. Oh, the cheating husband, she's still trying to rekindle that. It's a lot. Anyway, so now it's time for Letitia's so-called empowerment brunch. Women's empowerment brunch, I think it is, which she is so proud of the setting up with all of its flowers and the decorations and everything. And she's just like, these bougie women, I had to go all out and make sure it looks nice. And she only had a small table and handpicked a certain amount of people to come. And so Marie, who says she's not up to attending, but she does to support Letitia, comes there, and she seems to be okay. And everyone starts arriving. We got Marie and Essie and Tambra Cherie and Melanie. That's the Letitia's publicist. And Akeisha rolls up in there. And she started being shady from the beginning about it's not a lot of... I'll tell y'all later about that. So Gucci comes. Letitia's childhood friends roll up from her small little town in Pelahatchie, Mississippi. Pelahatchie or something like Pelahatchie, Mississippi. And then Latrice. As soon as Latrice came in last, Woo, Marie's whole attitude, her whole body language, everything changed. She started drinking all this water, a lot of water, and trying to hold her composure because she's still holding some resentment against Latrice. It was just ridiculous. It was for she's still holding the resentment for what she feels like Latrice did to try and ruin her healthcare empire, as she called it. I said healthcare empire. I said, okay, blow it up now. Meanwhile, in the confessional, Akeisha is being super shady and talking about the glitter decor is so bright she can't focus on what's being said. The amount of attendees who were there, she thought it was gonna be all these people. No servers. Okay, I've been to a brunch without servers. She's on the food. What is this? This is burnt. This is that. Is that supposed to be shrimp and grits? You know, she was really shady. And then her dirty plate. Her plate was dirty, and I think Latrice's plate was a little dirty too. Which then she gonna offer to talk to the owner for Letitia if she wants her to. Letitia like, girl, I got it. I got this. This is my event. I got it. So, and it's funny because when Letitia in her confessional earlier was saying, Akeisha over here trying to one up everybody. She done worked on the radio. She got know this about lupus and da 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 da. She said, what, she gonna be doing brunches next? and Lord, she told about all the brunches she been to now and was like, this one is not up to par as far as Akeisha was concerned. But Akeisha claims that she ain't trying to throw no shade, but she really is, y'all. You know, talking about she just telling the truth. And Latrice could even tell that Akeisha was getting under Letitia's skin a bit. And Marie also could tell that the energy between Akeisha and Letitia, it's funny those names, Akeisha and Letitia, at the table is way off, she said. She knew something wasn't right. So, but Letitia kept, smiling and helping and getting the clean plates and whatever. Then Letitia decides she want to play a game to empower the women. And when she said when she pulls the name out, you have to say something empowering about the person. I can't even say it. I don't know what's wrong. It's late at night, y'all. Anyway, the first name called was Melanie. And that's Latrice's publicist. And for some reason, when it was Marie's turn, she pleads the fifth and doesn't want to participate because she says she doesn't like to play games. So everyone is whispering about that. Then Letitia pulls the next name, and it's Latrice. And of course, Marie pleads the fifth again, and Letitia tells her she is supposed to participate. I need everybody to be present, she said. Then in the confessional, Latrice is calling Marie a narcissist and wants to be the center of attention and is always ruining her friends' events. Meanwhile, Tambra is saying Letitia needs to stop poking the bear because something's going to go wrong. And Letitia is saying Marie is acting childish and it's a bad look on Marie and on her and her reputation because Marie is her friend. So Letitia keeps on insisting that Marie participate until Marie gets up and walks out saying she can't be fake and goes into the men's room. I don't know why she went to the men's room. I guess the women's room might have been on the other side. I don't know. She missed it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, Letitia is asking Essie what is going on because no one said or did anything to Marie. So Essie makes some kind of sound like, yeah, right, but she knows it's about Latrice. So Essie goes after her and Marie is harping about what Latrice tried to do to her months ago or last year to her business, yada, yada, yada. I know that hurts and everything, but you knew she was going to be there. Because then, if you ask me, she should not have attended, knowing that Marie would probably be there. So Essie comes back and tells Letitia, she tells her goodbye and that she and Marie were going to be leaving. And Marie and Letitia's like, really? She going to leave? And then Essie tells Letitia to go talk to her. So Letitia actually gets up. Like a fool, I feel, and so Gucci felt the same way. She gets up, leaving the other women, her guests, at the table to talk about Marie's behavior and trying to figure out what happened. Those women were sitting there talking, blah, 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 everybody whispering, talking about it. Why would you do that? Anyway, she goes into the bathroom and then they start arguing in the bathroom, and all of the ladies can hear everything from down the hall. I was like, OMG. Where they were sitting, they had to be, I don't know, like 20, 30 feet away, if you ask me. And all of a sudden, it got so bad that four of Letitia's childhood friends and Tamara Cherie got up and went to check what was going on. They knocking on the door, talking about open up the door. And of course, Akeisha, in her confessional, she made a point, and it was a true point, saying that Letitia is supposed to be hosting a women's empowerment brunch, but she in the bathroom arguing with her so-called best friend. Hello, I'm saying the same thing, Akeisha. I'm like, what is going on? Why would you get up and leave those other women? It didn't make sense to me. So the guests were asking, is this a brunch brawl or what? I was dying. I said a brunch brawl. I was laughing. So they informed them as to, how loud they were. The ladies are telling them, y'all getting loud. We can hear everything. They're like, really? Oh my God. I mean, it was so bad. They let them know. Then Essie pulls, Latrice aside, and she tries to talk with her about how Marie was feeling about what happened before, whatever like that. And then at that point, while she's trying to explain, Letitia comes over to them and gets Latrice and asks her to speak with Marie about what went down so that they can squash this and move forward. In my opinion, this was neither the time nor the place for that type of conversation. I'm sorry, Letitia, but you were wrong. You should not have done that. You have never seen those two together and it not be a big blow up. So like myself, Latrice was very hesitant. And she was saying, like, I don't have nothing to say to her. But then, Letitia's like, do it for me as a favor, this one favor this year and all that. She said, okay, I'll do it for you. But you get only 2 minutes, she said. So then I'm laughing about Letitia's confessional, because Letitia is sitting up there talking about in her confessional that they are both her friends, and she feels that they will have a level of respect for me, but she is skeptical because these girls are known to ruin brunches. I said, is it these girls known to ruin it, or is it Marie? Let's be honest here. Who's the real culprit? Anyway, y'all, that's how it ended. I thought it was funny. I said, this don't make no kind of sense. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode, and let me know if I missed anything. And I will see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. It's your girl, Barbie J, saying peace.